what are the macro bull and bear vectors? Okay, so not crypto stuff. We can talk about crypto all day long. I just want to check ourselves before we wreck ourselves. So let's start with the bull vectors, the macro bull vectors. Let's space this out. Matt, can you even see that?
Yeah.
Can you? Or shall I use a black pen? Yeah. FK, how's it going, mate? Yeah, grab a seat. Oh, I got one here. So macro bull vectors. Right, shout them out. What are the, so you have to cleanse your mind of any bias. Hey, and think, right, what are the really bullish things that are going for the world these days in terms of macroeconomic bullish vectors? Don't all jump at once.
Computer technology getting better.
Tech, so tech equals what, GDP going up?
Yeah, just, I suppose advancements in technology make everything else more efficient.
Yeah. Let's just say efficiency. Cool. Anyone else? Anything else?
Energy.
Yep.
AI.
Sorry?
AI.
Yeah, I'll have that under tech. Because AI hopefully will increase GDP and efficiencies and costs go down and all that sort of stuff. What other bullish macro vectors? Come on, we must have something going for the world, yeah? Solar, yeah, so...
Cheaper energy.
Yeah, so solar, yeah, so let's just say energy prices combined with tech, etc., should go down. So this is good for the consumer. Is it good for GDP? Maybe.
Defence industry's doing quite well.
True. Defence industry, otherwise known as the MIC, military industrial complex. So, but really, yeah, so that, I guess that helps for US GDP. US GDP. What other bullish vectors are there? Like, if you were to sit here and think, right, there's going to be no banking crisis, there's no stock market crash coming, what is the thing that's going to propel stocks to crazy new highs? Trump. Trump. The Trump pump. Or just, the Fed pump, I guess. If they literally just print, yeah, that's going to push shit up. What else?
So medicines, things like CRISPR.
CRISPR, yeah, add that to tech.
Yeah.
Extreme poverty is decreasing around the world. We've got more people that are adding to GDP.
Ah, yes, there we go. More I can't spell it. Burgeoning global middle class.
And the end of the war.
What, end of the war?
Ukraine war.
How would that help the stock markets? And
Well, kind of.
yeah, I guess more stability would come if there was, yeah. So incoming stability, maybe. Any others?
Resource availability, and they're going to start mining the seafloor, aren't they? So
Yeah, I'm going to add it to here. So more
resources.
yeah, resources. And I think China, I think just launched the first rocket to go mine a meteor. Oh, not a meteor, an asteroid, sorry. A meteor is when it's coming towards Earth. A meteorite is when it hits Earth. Comet or asteroid is when it's not coming towards us. More resources. What else? Any other bullish things? I'm going to check my notes just in case. So what have I got here? Banks always print, sort of got that. AI will boost GDP, got that. Dwindling global workforce will be replaced by bipedal robot workers. Tech. So, and going with the QE thing, the crazy thing I found is that last year they were umming and ahhing about, so the US were doing a $1.6 trillion raise over the whole year. This was last year. They're like, we'll probably need to borrow 1.6 trillion in sovereign bonds, as in issuing US government debt in terms of bonds. Now they're about to raise $2 trillion over the next 2 quarters. QE's coming. This is QE, but it's not QE, but this is the US selling bonds and trying to raise 2 trillion in 2 quarters. Geordie, do you have your hand up?
No, I was just looking at my copy.
So yeah, we'll add this to the Fed pump. 2 trillion next 2 quarters. So that surely means rates should start coming down soon.
That's like what?
Sorry?
That's like 2.5 times GFC.
Exactly.
QE.
Yeah, it's insane. So, I don't know, just cause. Some people will say that. Stocks always go up. We're really scraping the barrel, aren't we? Now, let's do the macro. Sorry, guys. Do you mind if I use this board now? If you can just budge over, that would be great. Sorry. It's just that I'm going to be using that whiteboard later, and I want to keep these up for the rest of the day. Right, macro bull vectors. Sorry, bear vectors.
Biden.
So, I'm going to... What are you in capitals? Yes. Octogenarian. Oh dear Lord. I don't know how to spell octogenarian, but octogenarian ruling class.
Oh, far is easier.
Yeah. Just won't die. What else? What's bearish? Sorry? Migrate. Let's just do, so climate, question mark. I actually think climate change is actually, I'm going to add it here. The reason I think climate change is a bull vector is because the whole ESG movement, which BlackRock created, by the way, is going to create shitloads of levies and taxes and the building of massive infrastructure, stuff like that. So I actually think they're going to use it as a way to boost GDPs. We'll add it on both, because I could be wrong.
Trump's got one there as well, should he'll end the war.
He says, and he's definitely
That's if it's not
less of an industrial complex puppet, isn't he? So
Yeah.
that's bad.
I'm also going to add Vivek. If anyone...
Oh, he's fantastic.
Honestly, if you ever bored, I probably watched about 5 hours of interviews of Vivek. I've never heard of him until about a month ago. This is a runner for the presidency. He is top notch. If he becomes US president, which I don't think he will really change the US.
He's the best chance to be the running mate, vice president running mate, because he's the only one that's like in line with the same policies.
Yeah, he's a millennial billionaire. He wants to disband the FBI and the Department of Education. He'll be the next JFK if he gets in. He'll be assassinated before. RFK is good as well. Him and RFK are pretty cool. Bear vectors, debt. Debt, and there are so many. So there's auto loan, as in cars and stuff like that. There's student debt. There's
COVID debt.
lockdowns, all that sort of stuff. COVID debt will space this out properly. There's the junk bond debt, well, sorry, energy, junk bonds. What other debt ones are there? Yeah, so the corporate and private debt that's just gone through the roof. Corporate, private. Okay, that's debt done. What else?
Recession.
Recession, yeah. So recession / add banking crisis to that.
If you can agree on a definition.
That's right, the White House will just change the definition. So I haven't spaced this out. So technically we're in a recession. Recession / banking. Right. More war. So let's say Taiwan. Other wars, let's say Africa, Niger. And what the hell's going on over there at the moment?
Like currency confidence. Like,
Yeah.
So the American dominance challenge is all mixed up in that.
yeah.
Yes, market confidence. And then let's BRICS.
BRICS versus G7.
Yeah. And I hope the BRICS win. So what else is bearish? Let's quickly have a look on my list, see if we've covered everything. So, oh yes, the Bank of Japan about to rug pull the world. I'll cover that in a second. Oh dear Lord. I'm trying to find my mouse, but it's hard. Oh, here we go.
Running out of resources,
Yeah, well,
metals and things required in the EVs.
yes, and I think you could put it on both, because you could equally argue that they're on both. So what have I got here? Bank of Japan, major macro shows crash coming, so all the charts. Banking crisis, auto loans, student, BRICS, war in Taiwan. Oh, check this out. Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Tesla combined have 576 billion in cash. Just sat there, waiting. Every time you see big companies hoard cash, it's for a good reason. They're waiting for a big crash of some sort. And they streamline outgoings and they hoard cash just to survive the weather. Energy junk bonds, private debt, all-time highs. Yeah, so let's just add, so what do we need to add? So company to cash. Yeah, exactly. So we've got BOJ, macro charts, and cash hoarding, which it depends on the timing, because at the moment this is a bear vector, but when all shit's passed, that quickly turns into a bull vector. When they start wanting to deploy this, they'll start recruiting like crazy and deploying, or not Berkshire Hathaway, they just waste money. Sorry, to clarify that when I say Berkshire Hathaway waste money, they hoard it and don't really use it for good purposes. So, for example, Buffett is obsessed with accumulating capital and just shuffling it here and there, whereas on the other end of the spectrum, Elon Musk takes capital to try and build shit, research shit, all that sort of stuff. Cool, yep.